Hello, everybody. This is Brian Hoylman. Welcome back to the CRM of choice and introduction or continued introduction in the Lofty and why Lofty is the great option for the CRM of choice for EXP and the entire overview of the Lofty product. On this call, we have Wilson Solomon. He is the CSM or customer service manager that oversees the EXP platform and interacts with corporate and is joining on the call. So hello, Wilson.
Hey there, guys. Happy Monday. Good to be with you.
And I am the chief strategy officer for Lofty. And for everybody who does not know Brian, I'm Brian Hoylman, and I've worked with EXP going back to when they had 300 agents and different platforms in their history. Been involved. So those of you who recognize me and maybe have seen me before, very much enjoy this a lot. And I want to, so let's kick this off and get started. So today, just for everybody here, what we're going to do is go through about 5 minutes of a brief deck of what's included in the Lofty platform of choice. I say that because we're more than a CRM. We're much more. We are your iPhone, run your business in a box. And yes, we do integrate with a lot of other products that are out there, but ultimately, we are a revenue generating platform that does include a CRM as well as pretty much anything to run a business. In fact, you could run, this Lofty is a complete system and you're getting Lofty in a box with your CRM of choice platform with all the bells and whistles and options that you have available. So to get started, why don't we go through a few slides of the deck and then kind of review a few things. And typically, we're going to go through what's included, the value, and how that you can use the system to actually make money. And I want to stress the make money websites. Well, a website doesn't have traffic, isn't people are not seeing it. It's a billboard in the desert. You might as well, not going to make you any money if no one sees your website, right, Wilson?
Right.
The second thing is your CRM. If it doesn't have a consistent flow of leads, it's only as valuable as the number of leads that you put in, because you can't sell somebody that you've never talked to or shook their hands. So this idea of your CRM is client relationship. And we're going to walk through how our system is a system that allows for you to use it to make money. And so that's kind of what every agent wants. Would you agree, Wilson, is they truly want to make money?
Correct. Yeah, that's the main goal.
Yep. And if you have a car in the driveway, it doesn't get driven, then it's not making you any money. And if you guys can know, I just bought my first stand-up paddleboard, and my wife's saying you could get out on the water. Well, Lofty, you got to get that boat on the water, and you got to catch fish. And so we're going to walk through that, and that's going to be the fun call today. So let me walk you through what you get with Lofty so you understand this journey. And there's a formula for success for everybody watching this call. For everybody on the right, please ask questions. But essentially, is traffic times lead capture times follow-up equals money. If you guys are writing this down, you can have the greatest website in the world, but it needs to get traffic. And then if you have the greatest lead capture, landing pages, and all the lead capture, and there's no secret sauce, then you can't follow up. And if you don't follow up, your leads are going to die. And you need more than just the CRM for follow-up. So we're going to walk you through how Lofty powers your secret formula for success and walk you through what's involved in that package. So your CRM, first step is Lofty provides you with a website. It is a complete Lofty website, and that allows for you to have IDX, and it comes in the form of a subdomain. And as agents, you can choose to forward or point your personal domain, or you can have a vanity domain. It is a $10 because there's a hosting fee. That's a choice you have. And we have a UI, and we have a training and a website, a training for everybody. We've been doing them every Wednesday. Is that correct, Wilson? For those of you who have questions.
Not necessarily every Wednesday, but they'll be continuing to happen just because we meet with EXP agents twice a week. So we'll alternate, and that'll be continuing. And there's recordings of that as well from the past weeks.
And so as you talk about your website, Lofty also has really something that dynamically separates us from really most other platforms out there. We have really one of the first ever fully, ability to do a custom, almost like your own website backend and full SEO optimized, powered by AI. It's really cool for those. It's $49, but it is You don't need to go out and buy hundreds of dollars, spend thousands of dollars on an SEO site. And for you guys that are teams out there that use competitor team platforms, I won't name them. There's a lot that are out there. Or you were to buy Lofty as a direct system, you're getting that full product offering here of a website. And as a team leader, you're able to up your basic team site into a full SEO site without having to spend thousands of dollars. And we have a program and a whole team's product around that. So we definitely want to make sure that you guys get a team CRM of choice included in there if you guys have a team. But most teams, they want to up their game to a full AI team, full website, all that. Again, Lofty is your full website platform of choice, and you have the ability to power that website with our system. You also have a dynamic CRM. Your CRM is your lead management system that's included in the system, and you're able to in your CRM of choice. You also have an AI, which is your basic AI engagement sales AI. That's really, really dynamic AI that's included in the system. We do have 2 other AI, which are much more detailed AIs. These are AI personal assistance types of AI, and that requires that to be a personalized AI. And there's some options that agents can go up and upgrade to that. And again, we'll show you that a little bit now. You have all of your marketing automation is included, your social media, auto posting to social media, and being able to manage your social media and drive leads that way. We have mailing programs. We have dynamic lead scoring. We have transaction where you can transact, you can understand where your transactions and how reporting is being done. You have the ability to dial and text to the system, and then agents have the ability to upgrade to their own full instant smart number. And again, that's nothing that's nominal, but it's something that you guys have the ability to do. And then we have listing tools. We have a dynamic CMA. All of these things are included in your Lofty CRM of choice. Any questions around this, Wilson? Because there's a lot of questions of what's included. Everything is included here. A lot of agents say, well, there seems to be other add-on. No, these are just value adds that you can choose to use, like a full custom SEO site that normally would cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars by competition. You're able to up that to another level. So there's different things that you can do to save money with Lofty and be able to power the full suite of different products we have. We also have marketing services and advertising services to help you get traffic and lead gen. So again, out of the box, you're ready to go to make money with Lofty, which you see on the screen here. Before I move into showcasing my screen, is there anything else in the deck you'd like to showcase, Wilson?
I don't think so. I think jumping into Lofty would be good. One just kind of general question I think is good to kind of, as we're early on in this training, Richard in the chat had mentioned, hey, hi, do I have to close my bold trail before I start Lofty? And
no,
I went ahead
do
and
not.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're just choosing Lofty as your CRM of choice. And once you do that, you can just your leads will get you can export your leads into a CSV. We have a process that walks you through that. Wilson, we've done all that. There's trainings. Once you move over, if you have your personal website domain, you can point that, or you can choose a vanity domain, which is the same process between us and a Bold Trails that offer a website option as the CRM of choice. You have the ability to move your leads into the system, export them, and that's name, email, phone number, bedroom, bath. If they're on listing alerts or property alerts, those are active. You can then those automatically engage once you import those leads and those active imports. Sphere of influence. We have sphere drip campaigns. There's a lot that's very similar between us and Bold Trails. So for those of you guys that have questions around this, CRM of choice is about simplicity. I guess one thing I would say for that question, people always ask me, what's the difference? If I, between a KV Core / a Bold Trails new UI, I would tell you that, and Wilson, is I think that I'm not bashing my competition, but simplicity, ease of use, the ability to open up a lot more avenues for SEO and optimization and the AI component and these things that are important to agents moving forward. I think Lofty is a step above that, and it's just something that's the right fit for you. So once you choose, yes, between now and the end of September, you guys can choose Lofty. You can get started with us. We just need to migrate your leads over through our lead import. You can export them and import them in the system. It's a very simple process. Hope that answers the question.
No, that's great, Brian. Thank you. I think
We've done in 10 days, thousands of agents have chosen Lofty as their CRM of choice. Thousands, not just a few, thousands. So this is something that is working. It's not just get the leads in, guys. It's all about making money. So let's just shift to that. Let's talk about moving over and maybe how easy it is to make money with our system and what how you can use that. And is there any questions? Wilson will handle those. Stop me. We can go forward. So let's jump into how to make money with Lofty and choose the CRM of choice. How about that?
Sounds good.
All right. So let me share my screen here. So when everybody here logs in as an EXP agent and you're able to come into the system, you log in, you're going to have a go live, or what we call propping up, walking through your account. For example, you don't need to know how to set up or build a website. You're just personalizing it. So there's a process for that. There's a process for importing your leads. And like I said, we've done thousands and thousands of agents over the last few weeks on setting them up with EXP's CRM of choice. So it's a pretty simple standard process. Once you do that, your leads are imported. You've either have your subdomain or your personal domain so hosted, or you've decided to go to a full SEO version. I'm going to showcase what that looks like in a second, Wilson. Okay. But this is your dashboard. And when you think about your dashboard,
sorry to interrupt you, Brian. It looks like it doesn't yet have your Lofty dashboard loaded. It looks like we're still seeing the slide deck.
Interesting. Let's go back to that here.
Here, I just removed the deck, so maybe when you go to share your screen, it might be a little bit better.
Let's try this again. StreamYard's a little different, guys, to use. So it says I'm sharing right now. I'll stop it and I'll share it again. How's that?
Not seeing anything yet.
Is it not sharing?
I don't see anything coming up.
Try one more time. If not, we're going to have to go to plan B. Still sharing.
Yeah, I'm not. There we go.
Oh,
looks like
okay.
There we go. There it is.
All right. So for you guys watching in, I'm sharing what I'm showing you here is your ability, what your website. So when you decide that if you want to go to that full kind of upgrade to that full custom SEO website, it opens up the door for luxury templates, over 60 different custom templates, the ability to change and switch them around. It's a really full website, really brand. This is really cool, very unique to Lofty, our CRM of choice. And once you do this, it also opens up the door to a full SEO editor if you choose to do this. So I just wanted to showcase some different templates they're able to use in Lofty. Under your basic subdomain, you can make some changes to the basic template and different things. That's pretty simple standard. Majority of agents are working off of that. But those agents that want to take up their website to another level and have that full independent full website with SEO capabilities. Let me show you how cool that is, and then we'll jump back in the dashboard. Hopefully the delay won't be very long to get that shared screen up, okay?
Sounds good.
So let me know when you see my screen.
I can see it.
Perfect. So for all of you watching, when you decide when you come in to your subdomain, you have the ability to make some limited changes to your subdomain. When you have your smart, or what I call vanity domain, if you choose that path, you have some of the same, it's the exact same website edit feature set. Full website, full IDX site, full listing alerts, all of that good stuff. For those agents that want to go up into our full custom WordPress, full on design studio backend, really cool thing, gives you the ability to go from switch your widgets, your blog, your listings, and more importantly, you have this really cool SEO tool. It's basically SEO on steroids without having to do any work. It manages, it helps you pull up your SEO. It actually uses AI to make recommendations and gives you all of your reporting. This is a level I've never seen on in the CRM of choice options or out there when it comes to a full website editor at this price point. So those of you that really, really want to kick off and save a lot of money, and this is really important to you as agents, understand that we do have this ability for all EXP CRM of choice agents to be able to take it up a notch or two with their full SEO. If you decide to leave or move on, or decide to go to, say, another CRM, again, that means you can still use your Lofty website of choice, but any leads that come in can automatically flow to any CRM if you use a third-party CRM that's out there like a FUP. So again, you can still use Lofty CRM of choice and just have your full website system and generate leads to our system. We can forward your leads to anything. I don't think we haven't talked a lot about that. So even if, they use their Lofty, but some agents have multiple CRMs, again, all of your leads can flow to whatever CRM from Lofty, and all of our websites can drive leads into whatever you're using as well. Okay. Any questions about that? Because I don't think we've talked about that, Wilson.
Yeah, there's a few questions that I wanted to drop in here. One's kind of more MLS related. Hunter said, in Atlanta, there are 2 competing MLS services.
Yes.
Can our IDX sites with Lofty sync with both First MLS and GA MLS?
Great question. The answer is yes. You're a member of both MLSs, and as long as you're a member of both or your parent account, so Lofty, FMLS is broker generally controlled, but if the agent is a member, and of course within EXP, even though they have broker, they have a managing broker that's part of it. The answer to that question is yes. That's not a problem. That just means the agent would have to choose those that they're members of. That's a process during your onboarding as an agent. Once you choose Lofty as a CRM of choice, you're able to pick the MLSs that you're affiliated with. Perfect. Great question. Perfect. Great question.
Yeah. Jorge also said, I started my website without the upgrade. Without the upgrade for $49. Now, if I want to upgrade and get a domain with my business name, how can I do that?
Quick question. You have 2 options. One is a vanity domain. It's $10. It's just a vanity domain. It allows for hosting. Google charges a management of that, and it's just something that we have. There's kind of a cost associated with that. That's why that vanity domain is there's a process that's very simple to follow. If I were an agent and having that flexibility of SEO and optimization, it's very affordable. Normal Lofty cost is $300 a month. Just so you guys know, to go up to that full level. So you guys are getting a smoking deal when it comes to your CRM choice at EXP. Just for you guys to know. And if you ever decide to move or agents transition, your Lofty system goes with you, and all your leads and everything stay private to you. So whatever you put in the Lofty is your ecosystem. It's your private ecosystem. For those that are in a team and you do a team SEO site with us and leads round down to your agents, those leads are owned by the team leader. They can't be removed, and they are not being able to be manipulated at the parent level or executive lead level. This is about privacy for the individual agent, the team, offices, agents. So this Lofty system is really your success in a box. And if you ever decide to move on, you should never have to give it your Lofty system. You don't want to keep moving from system to system, agents. You want, or teams, you want to build a business. In Lofty, you can build a business with us and build out your ecosystem, and you have Lofty. I want to make sure everybody here, Lofty is Lofty for every agent with EXP. Lofty can be Lofty for every team in EXP. It's private, individual for you. That's the beauty of Lofty's system. It's your system to make money. Hope that answered that agent's question.
Thank you, Brian. Gerardo says login is integrated with EXP account using SSO Okta.
Yes.
So that would be yes. Yep. And then Laura just said, does the website create landing pages that you can push out via social media? Also, can you create neighborhood searches for sellers to stay on top of the sales activity within the neighborhood?
All of the above. So even on a subdomain, you guys are able to set up your listing alerts, and you're able to, and on the vanity domain or the full website, you're able to do unlimited landing pages. I'll show you that in a second. That's all part of the Make Money with Lofty call. I just wanted to get the 3 website sections out of the way because that's a unique offering for Lofty and the whole SEO full optimized site plus the vanity site. I think our ability to do this to another level is really, really popular. And I think that more and more agents are finding out how powerful our AI and our ability is to optimize through this, and how easy our website creator is. So agents have choice, and choice is everything, right? You guys all want choices. Lofty has choices that you guys can make.
Beautiful. Thank you, Brian. That's it for questions right now.
Okay, so let's do the back end and get to the make money for stuff. So real quick. Let me know when you see my screen.
Yep, we can see it.
Perfect. So for everybody as agents watching this, you've enabled your website choice. Now your website kind of is picked. You're able to import those leads into the system. And once those leads are imported into the system, they go into your people tab. And when they're in your people tab, this is your typical CRM where you have your pipeline stages, which are set because AI will work off of that and help. So for example, dynamic lead scoring means that as leads are looking at listing alerts through your system, your friends, your family, the system itself has AI chat. The system itself is engaging. The system is watching. The system is paying attention to your fishing pole. And I know that every agent thinks that every friend is going to say, hey, I'm never going to go to Zillow, right, Wilson? Never. Don't go to Zillow, do they? Our leads aren't on some other website? Never. Of course they are. So control. So within Lofty, you have a mobile app for your friends to use. You have your website your friends can use. That's part of our system. You have the ability to send listing alerts that keep people into you. They want your leads and friends and family coming back, or you community or neighborhoods, or our custom home reports. The point is you're keeping them here, and this is your living, this is like your heartbeat of your hospital. I like to call CRMs kind of like your client relationship management. Leads that are never in this kind of nurture website, they're being nurtured by AI. That you organize into your, like, hey, I have my Glengarry. These are your segments up here, or what we call your 10 days out, 90 days out, 30 days out, credit repair, down payment assistant, a charity event. As an agent, you have the ability to customize any type of lead into whatever file you want. And then those leads can be nurtured through your drip campaigns, your management, your dialer, your system. You can create a file for expireds and FSBOs. So the pipeline tells you are in stages. Your up here allows you to organize your leads in the custom files. Okay. Now, pipeline score tells the system is working for you. Everything on your lead in files, it tracks everything that you have. So when you're on a phone call, agents say when they dial through the system, or they end up getting their own private smart number, if they choose to, once they call, the system will track that call. It actually will record and bring that content in. AI is going to make recommendations So AI is a part of your daily activity. You do not have to build it. But the point I want agents to make is that a CRM, most CRMs work this way. This is not out of the box different than whatever you guys would do, whether it be us or Bold Trails or Close. I would just say that maybe our AI is a lot better. But again, one of the most important things about your CRM is that you're connecting to your consumers' shopping. A CRM that doesn't have a fishing line directly connected to the fish on the rod, the reel, the line, the hook, and the lure, which is the property on the IDX, is really much more difficult. So our whole system is connected to the consumer's shopping, and it's tracking what they're doing. So your call, your property matches. So the system will actually find properties that match your lead. This is all automated, Wilson. So in other words, all of the ecosystem as your leads are shopping, we like to make sure that the system itself is dynamically engaging the lead based on listing alerts automatically. And then it's telling you what your people are doing when they're doing it. And then if your heartbeat goes up, beep, 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 right, guys? It's giving you a score that this person's getting excited. And these are the leads you want to pay attention to. At the high level, I wanted to make sure that they understand that your CRM is designed to be a lifeline to your leads in all different stages, shopping to client management. And a lot of CRMs don't have IDX. Great. We can integrate with other organizations, but this system itself is a complete search to settlement. Any questions about that? I don't need to go into a training here. We have lots of training on our CRM functionality, but are there any questions?
Yeah, we got a few more that have rolled in. Gerardo says, "Can I delegate access to my assistant?" I'm wondering if that's maybe an AI assistant question.
No, they can. So again, we one of the questions is can I add a admin? You can provide your admin dashboard, or you can provide them the login. Your admin can work it off your login. But the answer to your question is that yes, Wilson, there may be a couple QA on this that we can send out, but admins can be included into the system.
Perfect. Hunter says, "Does this work with/integrate with Zillow Flex?"
That's a great question. The answer is yes and no. Connect, the other Zillow program, yes, we do have a buy connection that Zillow has not cut us off. For those agents that have Flex, they require follow-up boss. So any Flex leads will automatically flow into our system. That's not a problem to do, but they will require you to use FUB. And for those of you that do have FUB, there's some possibility for us to help you with both FUB and Lofty at the same time that you want to ask about if you're forced to use FUB and Lofty through your CRM of choice. The answer to your question is we dynamically have a partnership and ability to do that dynamically for all of the FUB, not the FUB users, but anybody that's on Zillow Flex Connect that requires FUB. We have a great option available for CRM of choice for those Flex users. So if you're a Flex user and you'd like to dynamically be more and use Lofty as your CRM of choice, we did create a bilateral connection to Follow Up Boss. It's just they've shut it down. So I would make sure if you're on the Flex that you like to. We're one of the only ones that have it. You'd like to make sure go to Follow Up Boss and say, hey, let's make sure we work with Lofty really well as your CRM of choice. And for that agent that asked that question, we're probably the top option for you for that.
Nice. Awesome. Thank you, Brian. If you have a different CRM, will the leads from the website integrate into that CRM?
Great. So as an agent, you have the ability to have all lead sources flow into your doing your setup. So any lead that's generated through, say, your landing pages or through your web interfaces within Lofty, or any of your zip code blast, your listing blast, your pay-per-click, or social or sphere, any marketing you do, and the agent that asked about unlimited landing pages, yes, you have the ability to create all your landing pages, your lead gen pages, your marketing pages. They're all very customizable, easy to use. Some of the agents are like, well, I don't I'm limited on my pages on the subdomain. No, you have landing pages. You can use as many as you want. There's not really a difference between a page on your website and a landing page. You have the ability to create those. Social Studio, any lead that's generated through Lofty goes into your CRM and can push to a third-party CRM. That's through what's called lead aggregation or API. We play nice that way. If you have a lead source like a Ylopo or a Zillow or a third-party lead source, and by the way, Wilson, I've done a lot of consultation calls. There's lots of people that get leads from third parties. Those can automatically flow. You have what's called a parsing, which is this email parsing process. We also have some API processes, and we have some integration processes with third-party lead sources. So the answer to your question is you want all your leads to flow in the Lofty to benefit from our AI. And if you do, you don't need a third-party CRM, but if you do happen to have one, you can push leads into.
Perfect.
Great
Thank you,
question.
Yeah. Jorge asked us some more questions, kind of more towards lead pipeline management, but he was wondering, how can you create segments? He transferred his leads into Lofty already, but wants to segment them, for example, off of specific open house.
Yeah, so we have what I would tell segment and hashtag are really the same thing. They're not different. So these are what these are. So when you want to create your own, you can create a view, right? And you can pick and choose which ones you want to drop, or you can create a hashtag. And there's trainings around that in our training module. By the way, the training, just click the three dot import export leads, and then up here is your question mark. And there's a learning center here. Show me how to. All of this is covered. And so there's not really, from a functionality standpoint, a segment or a hashtag is the same thing.
Perfect. Yeah, just to piggyback off that, Brian, for Jorge's question, glad you showed him kind of where to go for some of these live trainings on his own time, on demand, able to access those. Just so you know as well, Jorge, we will get into more lead pipeline management in these calls as well. I believe actually next Wednesday is the next one that we're doing. So,
but by the way, I mean, just so people can see here, Learning Center. I mean, it's really fun to use this, guys. That's going to not show you the screen, but there's a whole learning center. It's Lofty's training. If you know where to go, it's really, really fun and easy to use. Just click on the question mark. There's weekly and daily trainings every day. As you know, there's a whole catalog of trainings every day that's live that you can take part in, as well as videos and learning center. So everything that you need to know is here. And we have AI questions as well. One thing I'd like to stress to agents, sometimes they don't know what they need to be trained on. Think about traffic times lead capture times follow-up. So in other words, how do I get traffic to my site? And that's marketing and advertising. And we have programs for that. We're going to talk about that right now. How do I follow up? Well, that's also in marketing and advertising, because when you're following up, Wilson, what are you doing? You're marketing. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
So when I come into here, tying into your agent's question, I could come in here. Lofty has one of the easiest to use CRM dashboards for smart plans. And so we have examples like, for example, open house. We have some of that. But if you want to create your own, you can just create and add your own. Christmas, New Year, Valentine's, it's very simple. And what you see here, Wilson, is I love triggers and actions, okay? And you can attach your smart plan to what you want to attach it. Leads created, these are triggers. You can also take actions, and which is, you can say, I want to send an email, I want to do a call, I want to send the letter, I want to zap some content in. And there's some advanced stuff I'm showing you. I want to send a physical postcard. Did you know, as an agent, if you can decide to create automatic postcards that go out in a campaign? In fact, Adam Gillespie talks a lot about, he puts all of his segments into specific targeted campaigns. So all he does is drop in all forms of communication are done. You have the ability to automate your life so that every time you get a lead, it basically kicks off your journey based on whatever you call the lead or whatever segment, and it automates your life. Would you agree with lots of agents are doing that, Wilson, with our system? It's quite easy to do.
Right. Yeah. It's a common thing we're hearing lately since the 7.1 launch of CRM of choice to the CXP agents, for sure.
See how it says change your segment here. So I hope this answers that agent's question, is You're changing how and what your leads are and how you want to market to your leads after they become a lead. By the way, raw leads, internet like leads that you get traffic, you don't necessarily want to put them on drip campaigns. Put them on listing alerts. Once you talk to a lead, you know what segment or what hashtag to put them in, and now you then customize that lead's lifetime value. For a little hot tip for you agents listening in. Um, let's move into traffic. So for all the agents, how many ways can you generate a lead? I get asked that question all the time, Wilson. All the time. Well, as agents, leads don't come without marketing. So how many different ways can you get traffic is what
Mm-hmm.
generates the lead. Lead gen is done through advertising a page on your website, advertising a landing page or a search or squeeze page for your IDX, or creating custom landing pages around home evaluation, right, Wilson, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're driving traffic. So one way to get traffic to your website is Google paid traffic. Now, not everybody wants or has the budget to do that, but that's what buyer lead gen is buying traffic. You're either buying Google traffic, you could buy Facebook traffic. I'm not a big fan of Microsoft traffic, but lots of people do that. Or you can have a complete Lofty Leads NPM service. What we are doing is helping you manage. The average agent doesn't know how to set up their PPC campaigns. Okay, we provide that service, and we bundle that in to a choice that you have. That's paid ads. So again, for agents, having this done audit through our system is a value add that you don't have to spend thousands of dollars. You have the ability to enable traffic through our program. If those agents want to do paid seller traffic, this is buying traffic, buying ads on Google, we manage and you're able to create your ads, put in a budget. And again, this is not Lofty putting money in, it's us doing all the work for you. Make sense,
Mm-hmm.
Filson?
Yes, sir.
Some agents are like, what's retargeting ads? Imagine I have 10,000 leads in my database, and for very low cost, lower than what it takes to send postcards, agents can create on their personal business Facebook, and they can retarget, so they follow those leads around with retargeting ads. Again, tracks your thing. So it's like farming your database. If you're not farming your database through retargeting, because remember, you don't want to get unsubscribed. In email blasts, retargeting is a much better way to stay in front of people for lifetime as they go and search. A lot of agents don't retarget and create that. Again, we want to support that traffic. Last but not least, in the two, is our blasting service. How many agents in the market would love to click a button and automatically get leads for their listing? This is not social ads, promotional ads. These are paid ads called dynamic Facebook ads for your listing, and it uses AI to dynamically keep your ad up for 1 week, even if the price changes. Or normally when agents try to manually do this and there's a sold, you have to remove the ad. We dynamically keep your ad going, generating leads. You can choose it from a sold, but your idea is to create an ad that drives lead. The average lead per listing is between 5 to 15 leads, lasts 7 days. It's a one-time thing. It's by far our most popular lead gen program. Thousands of agents do this, and any agent that has a listing, you could do any listing. It's basically leads on demand. For example, the agent that said I do an open house, why not do an open house blast before the open house? It sends out an open house ad or a listing ad to all the people who live in your neighborhood prior to the open house, knowing that there's a listing for sale. These are fun things you're able to do, and it's low cost. But I'm really, really excited about this. And I want to show listing by zip code blast. Wilson, every agent on this call can start the month off with 10 to 40 leads the first week of the month with Lofty Now. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Every agent, by the way, this product Blast in Lofty CRM of choice, but you can go to loftyblast.com and it works with you don't even need a CRM. So loftyblast.com is an internal lead gen marketing for hyper local, recurring. You can do 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 weeks a month. And you can automatically every week generate between 10 to 40 leads, depending on how many weeks you want to do it. It is leads on demand. And I'll show you kind of, if you have bull trails, you can use loftyblast.com. If you have clothes, you can use Lofty Blast. If you don't even need Lofty, you can have any CRM and use loftyblast.com. And let me just showcase that. Very proud. This is the first ever leads on demand product that doesn't even require a website. Did you hear that, Wilson? Doesn't even require a website. Agents are able to do this. And so let me showcase what that looks like here really quick. Let me know when you see my screen.
Yep, I can see it.
So for your agents listening, if you choose Lofty as a CRM, you just get access to Lofty Blast. If you want to just get leads on demand, for everybody that sees this, if you could have any CRM you want, you don't even need a CRM. You could be fresh out of real estate school. You come in here, you just need a valid MLS ID. And those are agents that if you're in multiple MLSs, you have different MLS IDs, you pop in your MLS ID, and it's literally going to create, either you could do a listing ad or you could do a zip code blast. It literally does everything. You don't have to do any work. You just follow it, pick the zip code and go. And you can start every week off with, that's funny, agents, how do I generate leads? Just go to loftyblast.com and you can generate leads every week. That's simple. You don't need anything.
Beautiful.
All right. So lead traffic is getting people to use your traffic and then driving that traffic to lead gen. So Lofty has lots of different ways: free traffic, paid traffic, lots of different ways to generate traffic to your website with the ability to do Lofty CRM of choice.
Wonderful, Brian. So we got a few questions here in the chat. Can I hop into those?
Sure.
Awesome. Looks like Horace said, do you need to have a business profile on Google in order to buy the traffic?
No, we set that up through our process. When you do Google marketing, you just literally click the button and our team helps you do all that. Whereas, and you don't need a Facebook, do Facebook either, paid ads. When you're doing things like, we can automatically create that. It's just not something we have to do. But those agents that want to do, like, it's important. You should create a business Facebook page. You should create a Google page. But mainly I tell agents, if you do a business page on Facebook, it's so you can dynamically market to your business users. A lot of agents don't realize Facebook page, and you can create multiple business pages. So for your agents, I like to tell agents as a tip, I might create a business page for a community. And as I farm that community, a lot of people don't know this, but you can get a list of all of the homeowners through title. You can load it into your business Facebook page and retarget those homeowners, and you're not spamming. We do that with Lofty Bloom. So for everybody here, Lofty Bloom is an exclusive zip code farming digital ad service. So this allows for agents to own a zip code exclusively. It allows for, it's $6.99, but you own that. And when you own that zip code exclusively, it creates 300 postcards that go out dynamically based on what agents' listings hit the market. So even if it's not your listing, it's going to dynamically farm the surrounding agents' listings, addresses. So you know that, Wilson, when a listing hits the market, it's more likely the neighbors are more likely to list. Always. So the average agent, imagine that every time a listing hits the market, you are dynamically farming and retargeting the neighbors. You not have to do any work. It's completely automated. And then it pulls in all the homeowners in the market into a digital Facebook retargeting ad. And we do all the work. You do nothing as an agent. and you're retargeting. So every time a listing event happens, there's automatic retargeting ads going out. You're generating thousands of digital ads, and you're generating hundreds of postcards per month without lifting a finger, exclusively for that market. And then we have a one-on-one consultation. I want to point this out, is that this is a marketing system first and foremost, and you can't make money without marketing as an agent. And if you market, you want all those leads to be connected to your CRM of choice and your AI to all work together to put people in your car. That's what Lofty is all about, putting people in your car.
Yep. Thank you, Brian. Let me see here. Does the info from my vanity website automatically get transferred into the CRM?
Yeah, so when you do your vanity website, really all that is doing is taking your domain and changing the records in your domain on GoDaddy over to the Lofty servers, so that you're changing what's called your A record and your record in GoDaddy. There's a process. It's a simple, easy thing to do. It's really nothing to do with Lofty except moving those over. There's a hosting and some other costs associated we incur on that. That's why there's a small fee for that. When you do an SEO full optimized website, all those templates, there's a lot more involved in that, as well as the automated AI that cause costs and things that related to that. But ultimately, you're just telling your server at GoDaddy that what your domain is hosted on the Lofty system to index that Lofty domain. That's what that is. It's just a switch from that. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you, Brian. One other question is, does AI help to convert leads chatbot?
Oh, absolutely. It's Wilson, would you say that as I click on the ability here, your AI is engaging these leads? And I have so many EXP agents that have conversations with their AI system on their website. Have you ever heard of that? The agents doing that and asking
Yeah,
and it's funny, but the whole
for sure.
system is designed, and we've been doing it for about 5 years. It's not new. So our AI is very, very good at helping convert those leads via the experience through mobile, as well as through chat, and engaging leads and talking to them and setting up a search or changing their search. In fact, I would tell you that our AI is going to steroid level pretty soon. We're probably ahead of the game there. Great question.
Perfect. Thank you, Brian.
And by the way, agents go, how do I do that? You don't. You feed your Lofty system traffic, so the Lofty system converts the leads and manages the leads, like Adam and all these agents. If you're using your CRM manually, you're not doing something wrong as agents. Your CRM should be autopilot. What you should be focusing on as an agent is marketing and advertising. That's how you make money. For example, I'll give agents a little tip here. I go in the marketing, and one of my EXP agents said to me once, Brian, how do I make money with your system? And I said, well, what do you like to do? And she said, well, I don't know. I like to, I'm a cheer mom. And I go, that's great. So have you done charity events for your cheer team? Have you done Pop Warner events? Why not did you know that you can create a landing page in here, and customize your landing page for a charity event for cheer? Or did you know that you can join all the cheering Facebook groups and post maybe a cheer videos? But those are all people, right, Wilson?
Right.
We're mistakenly thinking that leads are people transacting in real estate. My agents are like, no, charity events. One of my agents that wasn't with EXP said, Brian, I'm a personal trainer. I said, why aren't you making money? And I said, just do boot camps, free boot camps on the weekends. Get a bunch of personal trainers all over San Diego, make a real estate team, do your free boot camp on Saturdays and Sundays. You'll get personal training clients, but have it sponsored by your real estate company. Join your Facebook, and I wish I could go to Facebook and show you, and create a boot camp page for these leads aren't necessarily real estate leads, but you can use Lofty as your CRM to manage your database. Your database is a living organism. They're all homeowners or renters. Start thinking outside the box. You need a complete marketing system that allows for you to do print, allows for you to have a design center so you can do postcards. Again, branding isn't just real estate branding. You can do your dogs, your 4th of July, handwritten postcards. All of this is part of Lofty to keep you in front of people.
Definitely. Brian, I had another question that rolled in from Tanish. Says, are these automations included into our CRM, or because we get it through EXP, we will have a limited version and we have to pay?
No, they're all automated. So your CRM doing things like your drips and your actions that are all included in your CRM of how to manage and do this. Obviously, postcards are going to pay for postage. But if I came into here and said, I want this 4th of July to go out to my database, or I wanted to create a marketing piece, I would just click on marketing. I would click on my smart plans, and I can edit any plan I have to decide how I want what I want it to do. And if I want to send out, a message via a campaign, and I want it to be an action, I can just tell it to send the postcard at a given date and time within. So campaigns don't have to be spammy. They can be anything like a newsletter campaign that goes out once a month. So you're creating the push out or what, but and drawing back. So you can send a postcard with a scan code that then sends a PDF about how to save money gardening. You create Marketing's creative, agents. You can do anything you want with our system when it comes to marketing and advertising. That's the fun part we should be embracing, right, Wilson? But
Mm-hmm.
most agents, when they have CRM, they think drip emails. No, no, no. Marketing, 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 marketing. Advertising, advertising, advertising. This is an advertising system that has a CRM. By the way,
Yeah,
for all of your agents out there, your domain is what you market, not your website. Your website is the lead gen tool. The domain is your advertising. So putting your signs, putting our voicemail on your cell phone. Sorry, missed your call. Go to my mobile site at www.isellranchosantafe.com, or a signature line on your email. How many people use that as a dynamic banner? It says, get your home's value now, click here. And that goes to your home valuation page or landing page.
mm-hmm.
Get your 27 tips on how to save on your whatever it is, guys, and people and agents and everybody listening in to this. Is your job is to decide how you want to use all these great tools in marketing. It's like basically an unlimited marketing system. And no, the only extra cost in doing this is when you want to do some paid ads, but we manage and do that for you.
Definitely, Brian. We have some kind of general, kind of different types of questions in the chat. One from Laura: are there newsletter templates to send out?
Yeah, so you have the ability through your design center and newsletters. I'm not newsletters. I like to think about even like homeowner reports can be considered a newsletter within your campaign. The answer to that question, yes, and we have trainings around that.
Perfect.
And you could drop things like sometimes you have Canva, and if you want to drop a Canva that you're using and you have a newsletter you've created and you want to download it into the system, Wilson, they can do that as well.
Beautiful. Thank you for expanding on that, Brian. Tanis just asked, how do we make sure our emails won't go to promotional or spam sections?
Great question. We can't control that. It's something that you have to understand. So when I talk to agents about drip campaigns, I'll say this to all agents listening to this and forever the future. Do you like getting drip emails, Wilson? Be honest.
Usually no.
Okay. And I ask that in front of agents by the thousands, and they say, no, I don't really like them. But then I say, how important is sending drip email to your leads to stay in front of them? And they all raise their hand. Do you see there's a problem with, like Houston, we have a problem?
Mm-hmm.
If you think that you're doing your leads a favor by sending them a bunch of junk that they spam, don't. What I like to do is make sure you send less spammy newsletters and send out things of value once a month, and make sure you send listing alerts or market reports more so than drip emails, unless you know something and talk to the lead. So in other words, as agents, once you talk to the lead and they say, I need credit repair, maybe you have a credit repair content tile you put up. This is really easy, agents. You know that every lead's a homeowner or renter. So you should have a plan that shows them how to become a seller or homeowner value. You should have renting value. So as agents, think creatively. I know there's a lot of bad information that's out there, what you should do, and 27 days of pain. What we really want to think about is, imagine you're getting 27 days of pain as an email, or 37 drips. We're assuming you went to Nordstrom's and you had somebody following around everywhere you went. Would you like that? 90% of the leads are not looking to buy now. Your sphere is looking. So you don't have to put so much effort in drip emails. What you have to put in effort is in traffic and leads. And for every agent that's listening, if you know, for example, I'm going to say, I want to do a marketing piece and I'm going to do a landing page for Raiders fans that live in Las Vegas because I have hot properties and I want to get content together for Raiders fans, then maybe you should have a couple drip emails about being a Raider. Maybe you send a newsletter out with a schedule. Maybe you do an event for Raiders fans in Vegas when they come to town, and you get actual deals of Raiders fans wanting to buy condos. And by the way, for everybody listening in, I gave that tip at an EXP conference and an agent generated 150 leads during the conference. So have fun. There's no secret place to find a lead that wants to buy now. There's only only your ability to get in front of people with a compelling reason for them to register or give them value. And by the way, for agents, you can use landing pages as content, not lead gen. Get a free report, click here, and send them to a page where they scan a code to get a free market report for a neighborhood, a community, a condo report. All of that can be supported with Lofty. And yes, there's trainings on all of these things.
I got to throw that in there. Brian, this has been awesome so far. I think we probably have time for one more question. It looks like it's come over from YouTube. Just a quick one. It's from Martel. It says, can we advertise online or Facebook to target new construction buyers only with Lofty?
That's a great question. The answer to that question is when you come up for new construction, and by the way, I've done that extensively coaching. So your landing pages can be fine to get a list of all new construction homes. So in other words, you can pick an area and you can send out, because why they're asking that, Wilson, is right now a lot of new constructions are offering special deals on financing and other things that are making it less expensive to buy a new home than buy an existing home. And agents are looking for that niche right now. So all you guys are listening. So one, I'd go to builders and I would say, look, I want to advertise your construction project. You can create custom landing pages and market and use that. And so I definitely network with builders on that. So yes, losing landing pages, adding manual listings. So for example, when I come into here, that agent asked the question, I'm going to answer specifically. So when I click on listings tab, I can add a manual property of a new construction listing that's not in the MLS. Ding, 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 or FSBOs. Ding, 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 ding. Manual listing. Once you've added that manual listing, it could be featured on your website. You can market it. But we just went over, guess what? Once that manual listing's added, you click on marketing. And why not use Blast to blast that listing out? Because you can promote and market that listing, that new construction listing, generate 10 to 15 leads in 1 week. So for you asking, Mr. Agent, great question to connect everybody on this call. Dot, is I have a property, a FSBO. I have agents that market expireds without, that are going to market at a FSBOs. There's lots of be creative. Once you do that, you're trying to generate traffic, which has the lead gen page, Wilson, right? Which then creates a lead in the system. Or let's say that you have that new construction project and this is marketing a zip code, right? On a weekly basis, generate leads within 15 miles of that new construction. So if you know where the construction project is, market that zip code, start your week off with leads. And then what it'll do is you can then market those new construction properties to that existing lead database. I hope I'm connecting that dot for that agent.
No, definitely, Brian. I think that was good. That was a question that was in our YouTube. But
these are all playbooks. So as agents listening in, Lofty is your tool chest. It's your fishing tackle box. It's your fly rod. It's your reel. I just went fishing. It's a fly. It's a reel. It's your rod. It's your fishing tackle. It's your lures. It's your bait. It's everything. You just have to cast your rod in the pole. And guess what? Lofty has AI that helps you reel in all your fish. It tells you when your fish are biting. And then your database is like you caught a fish, but they're not ready yet. So you're keeping them warm in your live well until they grow up to be bigger fish. And you want to keep them around the boat, and you want to feed them. You want to chum them always. So they stay around your boat, because they're also going to go to Zillow in the open water, and then go on the Zillow too. You got to keep your fish in your boat, near your boat. Right, guys? Right, everybody?
Yep.
Lofty is your fishing system. And if you're not using it to fish, you're just only using it to store your fish, then you're not using the full Lofty CRM of choice.
Agreed. Got some good feedback from folks today as well, Brian. They appreciated the training. This was really good. Just a lot of open forum as far as questions, and running through why I choose Lofty with you, which
absolutely. If you guys are asking questions, it means we're doing the right thing, Wilson. We're stimulating the brain. We're making the medulla oblongata, whatever the brain thing is for everybody listening. We're making you think, and you should be excited. You should be happy. By the way, this is the best time. I know that people are not buying right now, interest rates and but this is when you store your nuts. This is when you collect nuts. This is when you build an ecosystem. This is when you outreach. You go after homeowners. By the way, great question on new construction. Absolutely, you should be going to builders that have new construction. You guys should be aggressively going after the market and have fun. One thing you can't do is you can't mess up shaking somebody's hand and saying, "Hi, I'm here to help." There's nothing wrong with doing that. You know what you can do is you can over market the people and come off like a shoe salesman or a car salesman. We don't want that in real estate. We want you guys dynamically engaging your leads with value. And that's what Lofty's all about.
Definitely. Awesome, Brian. Well, I appreciate you. I think we're at time, but thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much to all the XP agents that have been on with us. We will see you guys Wednesday and then again next week. So appreciate you.
Have fun out there. Let's start getting leads. If you don't have a lot of time and effort to doing this, go to our leads on demand, do Lofty, go to Lofty Blast. Or if you're out there today watching this, you don't even need anything right now. You could just go to loftyblast.com and start generating leads right now. In the next 5-10 minutes, you could start advertising and generating leads into anything you're using. That's what we're all about here at Lofty, is about creating engagement between you and the consumer to do something with you someday, make you the center of homeowners and renters' life. So go out there, use your Lofty, use your system to start getting in front of people. That's my message for everybody. You can't make money unless you have a live person on the line.
Very true. Awesome. Thank you, Brian.